Auth66, day 14. Today I took a friend who's visiting Canada from Australia to see Niagara Falls for the first time, and we started at the Power Generation Museum. I think that's what it's called. It's this amazing tunnel that shows basically how they built some of the hydroelectric stuff. And it was really an interesting reflection for me to think about the word power, right? In this connotation, we're talking about energy and how we light our homes, but there's so much more to that word power than maybe I think about on a daily basis. This is a Tesla coil. It was originally designed if you were to live in a house, you could just not have to worry about plugging things in. You would just be able to, I guess, based on the person's description, have everything be powered. And I look at how erratic that power is going all over the place. And I thought to myself going, well, that's really a cool idea. I would hope that that would be contained in some way. And I think that's like a metaphor for what the wires are in the walls. Yes, it would be lovely to have all of that power running everywhere and how free and unfettered it would be. But realistically, the lines and the electrical, it tells you where things need to go. It gives everything a place and a purpose. And ultimately, that's important. Power for the sake of power, just to run amok, it's not wise, in my opinion anyway. I think core to who I am is understanding that there should be some sort of structure. And when we talk about structure, I mean, walking through this and seeing how this tunnel was built. This is the original tunnel. Though this power generation station, this piece of it anyway, has been deprecated. New one has been created to keep up with changing technology. But this one here stands to show like how far we've come, basically. And when I was reflecting on power, I was thinking about like this moment when you walk out to the viewing platform and you see all of this water rushing over the edge, unfettered, going where it wants to, much like the Tesla coil did with its power. And it's beautiful. But the real beauty of all of this, besides, just the landscape that you're seeing, is when they talk about power generation, there is another one now. There is another tunnel now. There is another pipe. And all of this mist and spray, this is what happens when you don't have that direction. But when you have a pipe, when you have, infrastructure in place to be able to direct the power behind something like this, then it knows where it needs to go, and you can capture all of the energy that comes from that. I think it's weird to play tourist in my own backyard because usually we avoid Niagara Falls, but it was a very timely reflection for me to think about how to direct our power, being our words and our actions and our energy, because if we don't make it intentional, it'll find a way to, weave itself into places maybe that we hadn't thought of. And when we do make it intentional, it can still be beautiful, but can have great purpose. And I think that's what I want for my life. I want to make sure that what I'm doing has a purpose. And if, going to a tourist trap and bringing a friend to take a look at that and see what's beautiful and remind myself of what's important, then I'm glad we did that. See you guys tomorrow.